Today we will discuss about solid vehicle. Preparation of a solid vehicle. Our today's topic is about preparation of a solid vehicle. So before we go towards the preparation of a solid vehicle, we discuss a video about the vehicle, basic about vehicle, concept of a vehicle. Please go through it. Then after we go towards the globule. So in solid vehicle there are many types of solid vehicles are used in the homeopathy. What are they? Such as milk sugar, cane sugar, then our milk sugar, cane sugar, then what? Cones, tablets. These are the solid vehicle. Means the vehicle means the it is the solid form of a vehicle. What is vehicle? We discussed that it is a mode of a transmission of a medicine in our body. In homeopathic drug or homeopathic medicine, the vehicle is used mainly for transmission of a medicine. So it is only for dispensation, preservation and administration of drugs by this vehicle. So now our focus is about globules. How we prepare the globules. This is the real example of globules. So how it is prepared. First we should know that what are our objectives of the discussing about this chapter. That our objective is that globules, these globules, where it is formed, means what is its source, then how it is prepared, then how we measure that this globule will be 20 or 30 or 15, how we measure it, means the measurement. Then what should be a solid globules characteristics, which properties should have a globule so that it so that we can define as a globule, which substance contain, which of the properties should contain a substance, then we called as a globule. Then last, how we use globules, where it is used, and what is the adulterants, means what are the substance which is mixed with the globule to prepare a vehicle, to use as a vehicle, and what are the precautions we should measure during the globule uses or preparation. So first we go towards the source. So we should know that this globule, this is white color and globular structure, so it is called globule. Why it is called globule? Because of its globular shape. Then where it is from? It is mainly from the sucrose and cane sugar, and another source is our milk sugar. So these are the sources from which we found globules. Then preparation. How we prepare a globules? In the video, I will mention a globule making pan, which is on the description box or on the video. That globule making pan, first we take the apparatus which are required for the preparation of a globule, that is globule making pan or pill tube. Then cane sugar, means the source. Then purified water, means the substance which is required for the preparation, that is purified water. These things are required for the preparation of the globule, means these are the apparatus. Then first, what step we divided the preparation into 3 steps: step 1, step 2 and step 3. In step 1, what we done? In step 1, first we take a globule making pan. With it we add granulated cane sugar, means we add cane sugar which are granules form, means this type of a cane sugar we crossed it, and a small cane sugar are allowed to the globule making pan. Then after the cane sugar which is formed inside the globule making pan, we moisten it. Moisten means we wet it by any liquid material, and the liquid material which we use, that is purified water. Then we coat, means first we take, if we example, this is our globule making pan. With it we add small granulated cane sugar. Then we add what? That is our purified water. Then after purified water, when it is moistened, means when it is mixed with with the cane sugar, then we add crushed cane sugar, means the cane sugar which is in the form of a syrup. Syrup means in a liquid manner we add. Then what the solution become? It become a solution become a like juicy like structure, juicy like solution was prepared. Then step 2, what we do in the step 2? After the preparation of a cane sugar, means after the preparation of the this step 1, the globule which the pan, the apparatus, globule making pan or pan tube undergo rotation, means it undergo rotation, so that the granule, the substance which are moistened or the solution which is formed becomes small granule like a spherical structure was formed inside the cane. And we should have a principle in that process, that how much we add sugar cane or any liquid material. It is the principle that more quantity of a sugar when added, the bigger size of a globule is occur. So a pharmacist or a person who prepare the globule should have a knowledge that if he had more and more quantity of sugar, if he mixed it more and more sugar, then what happened? Then the globule size become more and more and more, means size increases. That is the thing. Then stage 3, what happened? In the stage 3, when the globule is formed, what we wanted, the amount, the wanted globule size when prepared, means if we want this size of a globule when it is prepared, then what we done, when the globules come into a proper size, we transport into a drying chamber. Means in the stage 3, from the pan we enter this globule into a drying machine. The function of a drying machine is what? It makes the moistened globule into dried form. So that what happened? So that after drying, we remove the globules from this chamber, means we collected in a plane, then pass the globules into the sieve, means the sieve means the container containing small pore which are various in size, so that we can filter out the wanted globule size. So in this way we prepare the globules. So first what we done, we take a pill tube or globule making basin. In it we add sugar cane which are granule like structure. Then we moistened by adding water. After adding water, when they moistened completely, we add syrup like crushed sugar cane. Then our stage 1 completed. After step 2, what we done, when the substance, the container content makes a saturated form, we pan rotation occur, so that the solution, the substance which is inside the pan coating becomes when it is rotated, then it becomes a small globule like structure. After globule is formed, we add globules, the amount of globule, when we required amount of a globule is formed, we stop it from the rotation and keep the globule into our drying chamber. In the drying chamber, what we done, dry the globules and collected it in a sieve, so that the amount of required globule we can collect it inside it. In this way we prepare the globules. Then how we measure, means this if we say this globule is 5 number, then how we called as a 5 number, or how we called as a 10 number. So there is a rule that the definition is that number of a globule, how we calculate. It is calculated by means of the number of a millimeter required to cover the number of a millimeter space required to cover 10 equal size of a globule placed in contact with each other. Means If we take this much is amount of this much is a required millimeter in which 10 globule is added, then when 10 globule is added in this space, the amount of which millimeter is occupied, this millimeter is known as the size of the globule. Understand that? I hope you understand that the number of millimeter required to cover the space occupied by 10 equal size of a globule placed in contact with each other. So for example, when we call 30, means if we call this is 30 mm, globule size is 30 mm. 30, how we call? Means if we placed same means the equal size of a 10 globule, then the space is occupied, 30 millimeter space is occupied, then we call this globule termed as 30. In this way the measurement of the globule will occur. Then which substance is called as a globule? The substance which is round, it is soft, means at the first stage it is soft, and when advanced stage means as time pass it becomes hard, then color should be white, then its odor will not have odorless, solubility it should soluble in water but insoluble in alcohol, taste sweet, size vary from 8 to 80, melting point 160 degree centigrade. Then where it globules used as a use in the homeopathy, it is used in the administration, means where the drug which we used in the homeopathy are mixed with the vehicle to administrate in the patient. For dispensation, means in day to day life in the dispensary center we use vehicle as a dispensation. As a preservation of homeopathic medicine, vehicle this globule also used in the homeopathic medicine preservation, means the medicine which is added is preserved by this globule. Then how we preserve, means we should preserve in a airtight bottle with a dried form. Here you can see it is a dried form. Then how we medicate the globule in a large scale, means in our dispensary center there are much amount of globules are present. How we mixed it with medicine, means medication means how we mix with homeopathic medicine. So first we take as many globules in the bowl, means if we this globule is taken in a bowl, then moistened with medicine, sufficient amount of medicine, means which amount of medicine we require to dispense, we'll moisten it, then wait for 1 to 2 minutes so that the globule becomes soaked with the medicine. Then drain the excess quantity of medicine, means those medicine will not soaked, then we filter it out or drain out, and allow the globule drying with a filter paper or any soaked paper. Then after drying the medicate globule will be packed with the filium, means the bottle, then mark the potency, which potency of the medicine will mixed it, then so that we can ready for use. And what will be a precaution should be maintained, that if we add the globule in dilute form, if precaution is that the globule should not attenuated with dilute alcohol, should not mixed with dilute alcohol. Why we should not mix with dilute alcohol, means why would not attenuated the globule with dilute alcohol or mixed with dilute alcohol or moistened with dilute alcohol? Because the dilute alcohol contain dilute means it contains water, and the water will solubilize the globule, so that globule will not retain its form and it is decomposed, so that we should maintain that globule should not mix with dilute alcohol. Then how we prepare this medication of a globule in large scale, means large scale means the factory like pharmaceutical laboratory we use by this form. Then how we use the globule in dispensary center? So this can be occur by this process only. The thing which we should remember that we should take in here the bowel. In the small scale we use filial, and we in the filial we should remember that when we prepare this type of a vehicle in the filial, we should maintain that 2/3 of the filial should be empty or vacant. Why it should be empty or vacant? So that the medicine and the vehicle should properly mixed well, so that its medical power will be increases, and the excess medicine which is not required should drain this filial, so that we can drain outside, and the cork will closed. And then after this medicine when prepared 2 to 3 days we kept it in our observation, then we dispense. In this way we use the globule in small scale. Thank you. Now we go towards the checking of a globules testing, means how we check globules purity. So testing means purity of globules, to check the purity of globules. So how we take, we can distinguish it from by 2 to 3 reaction. First one is that when we add globules when reaction with what our sulfuric acid, means concentrated sulfuric acid or H2SO4 sulfuric acid. So what happened, that is H2O4. Then what happened, then it is decomposed and it form a charge mesh, means in other word we can define that there is a chemical decomposition occur, so that a precipitation like substance is formed. And why globules react with sulfuric acid? Because globules contain cane sugar, and due to its source is cane sugar, so it is sweet in nature. So when cane sugar is reacts with cane sugar is a, we know before our plus 2 or 12th knowledge is that cane sugar is a non-reducing like sugar. So what happened when non-reducing nature will react with non-reducing nature? So when non-reducing carbohydrate react with a sulfuric acid, a chemical decomposition occurs, so that a charge mass was formed. Then another, to check the purity of the globule, we also can check by adding with concentrated HNO3, means nitric acid. When we add with nitric acid, what happened, there is a chemical change occur and a new product is formed, that is our oxalic acid. If oxalic acid is formed, we can say that the globule is in its pure form. And why globules form oxalic acid? Because globules contain main thing. When we go towards the chemical testing, we should remember that the source is cane sugar. Every logic goes towards the sugar, means every why this is occur, our always answer should be with respect to the sugar containing nature. So if due to the presence of a sugar, when it reacts with HNO3, then it oxidizes, and when oxidizes, then it produces acid. So the acid which is formed is oxalic acid. Globules do not react with aldehyde and ketone. Globules don't react with aldehyde and ketones. Why it does not react with aldehyde and ketone? Because of its same reason, cane sugar. Cane sugar is non-reducing nature, so its aldehyde and ketone group is not free. It is bound form, so it do not react with the aldehyde and ketone. It is due to its nature of a non-reducing character. Then last and fourth is that when we take a copper bowel or filial, when we take copper filial with globules, if we take globules inside the copper containing bowels, then what happened, a red brown solution was formed, and what it is the indication red brown precipitation occur. And when we add with potassium, then what happened that this reaction will go towards the formation of a potassium ferrocyanide complex, and this is the shows that this form is the purity ferrocyanide, and it shows that the globule which we take is in its pure form. So in this way we can test the globules.